Hello, divine masculines and divine femmes. I hope you guys are all having a great, prosperous, blessed day on today. And I wanted to, Spirit just came over me. I have my card reading in the house or whatever, but I'm going to do a channeling from the Lord Most High up above to give to the whole collective. Um, Guys, this karmic situation and the magic that this karmic have practiced that's revolving around this whole uh, connection and around that surrounding our journey that we're on to do with the divine masculine and the divine femme, her payback is here. And though she may she's trying to figure out something else to do. It could be a female or a male that's practicing magic and all this stuff and spell work and so forth. I had confirmation came to me like last year or whatever, and this was before I started my own channel because God, He showed me things before they happen. I could just see someone's picture and God, I'll start getting downloads about things that they're doing and who they are. And so I had a vision and I had been sitting there and I told my daughter about it or whatever. I knew that this karmic was, had been worked up some type of spell or something to even get the divine masculine to even, go to her like that. And I mean, when he went to her, or it was like she snatched him up out of nowhere. And when he got over there in, the place that they were living at and all of this and so forth, I mean, his mom, his mom was sick. His mom is sickly. My divine masculines, his mom was sickly. She was in a wheelchair. You had never experienced this dude, not ever going and checking on his mom. And although he had all these addictions and so forth or whatever, and I had left him or whatever before he really got with the karmic or whatever. But one time I went in the midst of, she used to be with his nephew. Some of these karmics had slept with. Again, I had told you guys in an earlier reading that they had been with other guys that was related to this masculine. And this karmic or whatever, she feels so low about herself. She comes from a life also of, maybe someone in her family, maybe she was molested by uncle, grandfather, or something like that. That's all God kept telling me. She's hurting really, really bad. And so, I begin to start, I know these karmics is ugly. I've even seen, I ran into this karmic and the karmic is so jobbled up, guys, that this karmic even, she not only was into the masculines, they are not only into the masculines, but you could rest for sure or whatever, these particular karmics, they feel so bad about themselves that they would even go as far as, if the masculine do come back to you, or the masculine, God is telling me that they have broken and they're ready to come back. I'm seeing all over the place where these masculines is getting in, the divine femmes inboxes. They are messaging them from other people's messenger boxes. They're calling you and all this kind of stuff. This particular karmic, she feels so low and unworthy of herself or whatever. Yeah, she don't even really like the masculine or whatever, but she worked so hard to keep him. Some of the karmics were karmics that provided for these particular masculines, but some of the karmics are karmics that want to be provided for from these particular masculines. So this karmic or whatever, she is so low about herself and all this. She is even willing. I came face to face with this karmic that my divine masculine was with, and she was so friendly. Kid you not. This karmic was so friendly. This karmic, and like the spirit that jumped out of this girl right before my face, like I knew right then and there that this karmic was suffering from a lot of mental, disorders or whatever. Like, she's been broken and hurt so bad or whatever. I'm telling you guys, she's practicing things to keep the masculine there, but it's only causing delays. It'll never, God will not let her do that. And right now, as so we speak, just as the divine masculine is hurting and he's feeling so raw and uncut and like so grimy for the things that he did towards the divine femme, it's happening to the karmic as well. Like this karmic is trying to plot and make up things to try to cry and keep this masculine there, knowing she don't even love him or anything. And it was more worse for our divine masculines to be in that situation with these particular karmics, were because the karmics made them worse. Like if they were into drugs and sexual addictions and alcoholic and and doing these things, was hurting from child molestations, the karmic made the masculines feel 100 times worse. I mean, they were already on a low vibration, and all of this, the karmics made it even worse. And like the masculines, they're like in a place where they're hurting so bad and they're feeling so bad of all this stuff, it's making them feel even worse, the masculines. And so the karmic or whatever, not only is the masculine feeling bad of himself, the karmic is too, but she's trying to make like and pretend, and she's steady going and doing things to try to delay the masculine coming full force towards the divine femme, is because she don't want to be by herself. Not only is the masculine feeling lonely right now and he's longing for his divine femme, the karmic is feeling even lonelier. And that's her fear. She fears being alone. This girl or whomever these karmics is, it's a great variety of them. They feel so low about themselves. They choose not to be alone by themselves and let God heal them. They choose to not go to God and surrender for their things. So she don't even really want divine masculine. But the truth of it is she can't be alone. She don't want to be alone. She refuses to be alone. So that's what's getting her. Like, and she's doing more damage to herself. And like God, he showed me that she was practicing witchcraft and all of that. But guys or girls or females that's listening, it's coming back on her. And it's making her situation even worse. Like, it's even making divine masculine look at her like, why did I do this to myself? This particular person wasn't even worth it. Me leaving my real woman. That's what a lot of those divine masculines, they're not even married to some of their divine femmes, but they consider them as their wives, and they're over there with the karmic. That's how low they feel about these karmics. Like, you're not who I would wish for. And I know that my divine femme, she deserves better than me, because look at me over here with you. And, you're not any good for me. I'm not even any good for myself. Neither one of us love each other. If we did, we wouldn't even be together. And the divine masculines, they're telling this karmic this stuff. Like, you're not mine. You're not even who I should be with right now. You're not even who I should be wasting my time on right now. I'm just here because I feel so low about myself. And like, I'm refusing to not, surrender my all. And I can't, because I feel so low of how I did my divine femme. I did my wife. They're calling you their wife. They look at you as their wife, divine femmes. And so this karmic is putting delays, but it's making it more worse for her. She's feeling like crap, guys. She's feeling like crap, and she feels so low about herself. If divine masculine comes, and the Karmic'S, they have been wanting to reach out to talk to you, but it's like they took all of divine masculine and their addictions and all the stuff that he was putting out towards her, and it wasn't being anything good. It wasn't being nothing but negative. And she looks at you like an empress as well, and as a goddess or something, because she don't understand how you had him so in control and tamed him and stopped him and made him, aware of the things that he were doing that was ugly. And she can't do that. She have to go and get money and things like that. And for the other Karmic'S that's with the divine masculine for the money, she just give him sex and things like that. This particular masculine don't feel any form or fashion good in no type of way with this Karmic that he's providing for. And better yet, he's even sick of giving his money to this Karmic. And it's so many different situations and scenarios with these karmic cycles and situations that's going on with the whole collective. It's mad crazy. And this karmic God told me that everything that she's trying to do, that it's coming back to her and it's hitting her hard. She's miserable right now. And she's still trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, and they're seeing through her ugliness. This particular karmic, she would go as far, if the masculine left her today for the divine femme, this karmic would be willing to come and kiss the divine femme's butt. She would be willing to. She's so sick. This girl is mentally sick. She would be willing. She wants a relationship with the divine femme as well. She's bisexual or something. This girl feels so low about herself. She looks at the divine femme and she wants the divine femme as well. She wants her just like the divine masculine wants her. That's how sick it is. So you guys tune into my channel. Like and subscribe to my channel. I will be coming back with more. If you would donate to my channel, $ Charlie Angel 75. I'm coming back with some more on these scenarios and stories to do with us and our divine counterparts. If you don't mind, like and subscribe to my channel. I love everyone, and have a blessed day.